Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Nabi back again. And I know it's been a minute since I put a video up, and that's because of all the traveling that I've been doing. And unlike many who are now traveling that have a YouTube channel, um, their purpose for traveling is their YouTube channel, whereas my purpose for traveling is to one, find a place that I would want to settle down to in outside of the United States, perhaps find a mate outside of the United States, and then help the communities that are primarily either Afro or that get down with the Afro brothers. Not Afro people, Afro brothers. All right. And so that's basically the crux of it, which is why you don't see too many videos coming from me, hardly any videos coming from me for a while. I've been active on TikTok, and that's because that's easy. You could just pick up your phone and and do that stuff, right? So basically, Havorten Hadugu Dag Ola Oitabane versus Los Bonjamizimi, Kedo Bawani Konichiwa, Nihao Niama, Sani Banani, Jambo Habarigani, um, Assalamu alaikum, shalom, kamusta ka, kamusta bukayo, and talafa soy fua. Alright, so basically, this was one of my ventures, and Brother Stephen, um, his lady friend is up in here, and that's the teacher. Well, that's the teacher that is the reason why I took stuff into this little thing. So, what are we discussing today? My trip to the Philippines, dealing with Manila first, and the things that I am learning firsthand that I'm going to tell you about that other people will not tell you about. And quite frankly, brothers, a lot of the dudes that have been coming here to the Philippines have been misleading brothers. A lot of these we call uh, what do they call them? Influencers. A lot of these influencers are basically liars. No integrity, just liars. They want to influence you to do something to make money for some other entity, and they hope to get the crumbs from what the entity is making. That's what an influencer is. You can't trust what they say about anything because they're influencers. They don't want to have integrity, and they don't care if their word means anything or not because they speak in such an exciting way that our world is so dumbed down in the US that we don't take into account that they might be wrong, all right, or dangerous, right? So, a couple of things to go over about the Philippines. All right, this right here. The Philippines are heavily into Western culture, whether it be the Mexican one, they are good in all genre of music that comes out of the United States. All right, bar none. They sing. They have a lot of bands. Um, I have a rock band in my Facebook that was here. Sound just like Journey, old school. They like old school music, old school funk. And if you get in a taxi or a Grab, you will find that they keep up with our old school music and things, right? Now, they like our stuff without really understanding the history behind it. So, the other day, I was explaining to some people where our music where music come from, and that all of it was created by Afro people. But I gave credit to the Haitians because if it wasn't for the Haitians, the popular music that you're listening to would not have happened. And that's a deep dive. That'll be another video. That'll be another video because that's a deep, interesting dive, but it's an absolute truth. Maybe it might have happened, but it wouldn't have happened the way it did when it did. So, with that said, our culture or our when people tell you that black people have no culture, they're wrong. It's just that everything in the U.S. is our culture, and it was stolen from us by the Caucasians, bar none. From rock and roll to the music culture to how we dress, yes, we have culture, and it was stolen. Okay, so the cleaning ladies were cleaning. All right, so here's the thing. Um, and so here's the thing that one got to look out for, right? One, if you are a decent person, people will try to set you up, right? But if you're in the big cities like Manila and the surrounding areas, um, it's going to be hard to find any woman that wants a dude that's worth anything because it's a cash grab. And truth of the matter is, the reason why you see a lot of Caucasians persuasions is it's a money thing, straight up, in the big cities. Now, in the surrounding areas, it's different. Now, if you are a brother, do not take advice from the palm-colored people over here in the Philippines. They will mislead you because they see us as direct competition. All right, and that it is what it is. So they will lie to us, and they will try to sow confusion, discourse, and stuff like that. Now, to be straight up, if you come to Manila, it's a cash grab, and it's best to pay somebody to leave you alone than and what I mean by bound chicka wow wow, pay to play, than to think that these are going to turn into anything long term, because it's not, right? Um, you like I said, you still have unicorns and rubies, but do you keep going through all that stuff and wasting money just to get to that unicorn or ruby? Because by the time you get to them, your stuff would be worn out and trashed, right? Now, with that said, this is an indication that you may run into that because our whole culture, Western culture, they are totally into Western culture. So if they're into the music part of Western culture, then they're into the hustle part of Western culture as well. In the big cities, where that changes is when you get to the smaller cities. All right, when you get to the smaller cities or to the outskirts, or you have to take a plane jump to another little town, then you start running into women that are looking for Afro men. In the big cities, they're looking for Caucasian because I'm gonna be honest, racism has made its way all over the world, but it's not going to be practiced by the men. Uh, I was talking with the security guards and stuff. We was talking about our darkness with pride. It's the women that have the issue, like in the United States, except if you leave the city and go into the outskirts, right? And even in the city, everybody recognizes that we are the ish, little children and everybody. The children like, hey, what's up? I just give them the head nod and stuff. And so everybody is looking up to us, all right, culturally speaking, all right. But when I say racism is here, I'm not talking about they're racist towards us, right? What I'm saying is because of the racist ideology that if you want to do better, get a Caucasian because that's where the money is. That's what I'm talking about. And when they don't see too many Afro people as having the money per se, so they prefer the Caucasian persuasion because of influence. They want influence and all of that. They want to be seen influence, right? Now, for the people that want culture, so you got two groups, one that wants influence, and you got the other set that wants the culture. The people that want the culture will not touch the Caucasians. They want an Afro man. And those are generally the ones that's saving themselves. I'm going to let that sink in for a second, right? Those are generally ones that a lot of brothers, when you see them and you see them on TikTok and stuff, that's who they're married to. All right. So now I hit the zoo to try to get the Filipina Eagle. And so it runs into another thing. The Filipina Eagle is their bird, right? But it is really going extinct. All right. Now I took a picture of this one, a cassowary, and they had this white tiger here, right? And so I want y'all to understand something, and that how you see it from the eyes of the females here versus the eyes of the men here. The females look at um, everything that's going on and will not care because they're looking for somebody to provide, be a provider, and they're looking to clam out. They're looking to get to the U.S. They're looking to be seen. That's one group, right? And even though they understand that these are the people that their people had to fight for their freedom, the Caucasians, and they understand that and they will tell you that the original people of the Philippines are us, the Afro people, or well, not us, but the Afro people. All right, then you got that, right? Understand also, then you got the other group that want the culture. They want the culture. They want the singing. Singing is so big, and our music is so big, and the realization that all the music that they love come from us Afro people. You got a swath of women here that want the culture, right? But they're going to live outside of the city. City people living in the city want city money, want that hustle, right? And they look at the Caucasian persuasion as the one better able to give them that hustle. And they're hustling them. Don't believe it, right? But it is what it is, right? The ones that want the culture, they're going to be outside of the city per se. You might be able to find someone in the city, but that's a tough row to hoe. Emphasis on the word hoe. All right. And so it is what it is, right? And so these are all photos I took today at the zoo. Um, and my camera did a good job. So basically, this is where we are. All right, this is where we are. And so at the end of the day, there are some things you need to know, right, when coming here, and that is this. We need to start checking them dudes, them so-called influencers that's come here with their video thing, having people sucking their feet on the internet and stuff like that. We need to make people understand that those ignorant single mom raised son husbands are not what the Afro people are about. All right. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to uplift and help out the people like myself and brothers that are trying to put a positive light on the Afro men. You got some of these dudes that been sitting here by their single mamas to destroy our image, not clearly understand they're destroying their own image as well. So that's what we need to dodge. But other than that, this is a good experience, good enough that I might consider staying here, but it wouldn't be in Manila or near Manila. It'd be more so like in Cebu. All right. So with that said, I'm out, peeps. Oh, don't forget in the description box, my PayPal me and Cash App is there if you'd like to help this channel out and what we do. All right, peace. I'm out.